Hey everybody, this is Ash for the Triple S League, and I'm here with Subsidian, who's going to talk to us all about the scandal of Overwatch.
Blizzard.
What's going on?
You know Overwatch, right?
Yeah, Overwatch.
It's out live right now.
It's out now. There's been a lot of hype for it.
Yep.
And there's also been a lot of hype about somebody's butt. How those two mesh, I haven't really been following, but I'm sure you're going to explain that to us right about now.
With the butt thing, basically a couple months ago, somebody made a complaint about Overwatch, one of the characters, how her butt was overly sexualized. And we don't want to chump too much on people's standards because, I mean, everybody's got their own standard. Everybody has, everybody who has children is a little bit more, attentive to this kind of stuff. Most people didn't see anything sexualized with it, and it only becomes weird if you make it weird.
I've seen the picture. Yes, this girl is in spandex pants, and you can see the clear contour of a butt. Understanding how characters are modeled, they model the butt, and then they probably just tell the pants to just completely adhere to that contour. So yes, there's a butt. The character has a butt. To me, it didn't look like a sexual thing at all. It's not like it was being prominently paraded about. And this pose is used by other characters as well, is it not?
Yes, this pose was what we call a placeholder pose, in that multiple characters had the exact same pose, and that eventually it was planned to phase out all of those particular poses and then to bring in new poses and stuff like that. And this was in beta when somebody raised this big complaint, which of course painted a giant bullseye on this particular issue. So what happened since then is that, first of all, as soon as Blizzard responded, which they should not have done, if you want to make an issue that you don't think is important, if you want to make it a forefront issue, well, just, stir up some controversy about it. Like, for example, removing the pose, which is what they did. They removed the pose, apologized, and then the next thing that happened is that pretty much every gamer who was interested in this character and in this world immediately posted pictures of them posing in this exact style. And anybody who did cosplay, the vast majority of them also posed in this pose.
Well, that's been that. I have not been following Overwatch very closely, but when I have come across it on the internet, 3 out of 4 things I've seen about Overwatch is something about Tracer's butt.
Yeah, which has now been dragged to the forefront. When you do something like this, you're only painting a bigger bullseye on the subject, which is what happened. Because following this whole thing, Pornhub has had an increase of traffic of people searching for Overwatch porn parodies, specifically mentioning Tracer. And then on top of this, we've had a massive influx of even more people creating content, creating these like little cartoons or whatever of this character involved in sexual situations.
Yeah, so Blizzard made a mistake. By responding, they actually made it a bigger issue than it would have been if they had just left it alone. It would have faded into obscurity.
Not responding at all probably would have been the better thing. The more they try to, stamp it down, the more it's going to build up pressure and explode on them. So what's happened is now, instead of just saying, okay, well, we messed up, we shouldn't have mentioned this, now everybody's making parodies of this and we're this broad end of the joke. Instead, now what they're doing is they're now attacking websites who host this kind of content, websites who commit themselves to this kind of content. They're removing access to certain 3D edits that most people use for, creating their own poses or creating stuff for the community, the things that it was originally meant for.
In response to the increased interest in Tracer's butt, they are now trying to censor people.
Even more so than they were before. This is going to result in even more of this kind of stuff. If you tell somebody that they can't have something, typically they want that something more.
Put my battery-powered drill down and tell my kids, don't play with that. You better believe that is the only thing in the world they want to play with.
It's not even exclusive to humans. My dog is interested in chewing on my TV remote. The more I put that remote away in places where they can't get it, the more they try to get it.
Your poor dogs only want to watch Game of Thrones. Come on.
Yeah. So the game in general is very good, and I do recommend that you give it a shot or check out some videos on it. It is a fun game, but Blizzard, please, just drop it. You're not going to win this fight. The internet is bigger than you are.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Those things help us out a lot. Also, join us over at Sugar Bombed for community, discussions, and gaming news.